I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved, just like a tree planted by the waters. I shall not be moved. Allahu Akbar, I shall not be moved. Allahu Akbar, I shall not be moved, just like a tree planted by the waters. I shall not be moved. True Ali is my prophet, I shall not be moved. True Ali is my prophet, I shall not be moved, just like a tree planted by the waters. I shall not be moved. Elijah is the messenger, I shall not be moved. Elijah is the messenger, I shall not be moved, just like a tree planted by the waters. I shall not be moved. From darkness into the marvelous light, I shall not be moved. From darkness into the marvelous light, I shall not be moved, just like a tree planted by the waters. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved. I shall not be moved, just like a tree planted by the waters. I shall not be moved.
Islam. Thank you, Moor, for that rendition. Thank you so much. Welcome back to another episode of the Moor Culture Podcast. I'm your host, Brother Tyshan Edwards Bey, and we're back for another episode. I'm here with my co-host, the Elder Sheikh, the Sheriff, Brother Sharif Bey. Islam, thank you for joining us again, Moor. Every Monday we are here in the temple in Moor Culture Center, temple number 4 of the Federation, Moor Science Temple of America. Islam, before we get too much further, I just want to greet everybody with peace. Islam, Assalamu alaikum, Alafia, Ayonio, Hotep, Shalom, Rahu Bat. Namaste. Peace. Islam. And one last order before we get started. In true Moorish tradition and fashion, we like to start with our praises and honors. Elder Sheikh, would you like to start with your praises and honors for the day?
Peace. I like to rise in the eternal circle of light, giving all divine and perfect praises to Almighty Allah, and honors to His holy divine prophet, Noble Drew Ali, and honor to the forerunner of the prophet, Marcus Mosier Garvey, and honor to Jesus, Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad, and honor to the spirit of truth, J. Gibbons, a high honor to Emilia, a high honor to the Magi priest, Sidney Rothstein, a high honor to the God man of the day, Melchizedek, Jerome Graham Pay, high honor to Richardson Dingley, a high honor to the Nazarene, Allah El, high honor to the Dean of Adepts, Hamid A.L., high honor to the Chief Grand Resurrector, Timothy Dingle, Hypnate L., his other half, Mother Ruth, Mother Wisdom, Grand Noblest, Prophetess Louise Dingle L., high honor to their daughter Diane Dingle L., high honor to the Grand Secretary Margaret Thompson Bay, high honor to our Supreme Grand Governor Robert Stone L., high honor to his assistant Robert Page L. and his assistant Grand Governor Shem L., and high honor to our Grand Governor here in the state of Delaware, J. Howard Bay, and high honor to my son who has transitioned and veiled the form and crossed over to the soul plane of life. High honor to all our ancestors, and high honor to everybody under the sound of my voice. Peace, Mojiba.
Islam, Ashe, Moor, thank you for that. I like to rise in the spirit of the seven and give all praises to Allah and high honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and the forerunner Marcus Messiah Garvey. Islam, high honors to all past and present leadership of the Moor Science Temple of America. High honors to all true and divine prophets of Allah that stand on the square of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Jesus, Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad, etc. High honors to all the Moors worldwide, known and unknown. And high honors to all of our ancestors and everybody that paved for the way for us to be here on episode number 62 of the Moor Culture Podcast. Islam, Moor and Supreme Mathematics. 62 is equality, wisdom. Islam, let's make our wisdom equality today. Make it equal. And yeah, that Borns, when you add that together, that Borns build or destroy. So I already know it's gonna be a heavy episode. More happy to be back
Peace.
here in the four walls of the temple.
Yes.
What's going on, more? What's on your mind?
Well, I was thinking about them trees.
Yesterday.
Yeah, we was by the trees, right?
Yes, by the water.
We was tapping into the pure energy.
Yes, we
Can
do.
you play Psalms 1 for me?
Psalms
King,
1.
yeah, King James Version audio.
Let's see.
The Book of Psalms, Psalm 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish.
Is there more? Yeah, we played that yesterday, and
Yeah.
it was a good start for training session, I must say.
Yeah, and then the trees see the strong roots and see our legs and stuff.
Yep, yep.
If you break an arm, what do you break?
Break the arm, break a limb.
Yeah, you break a
Break a
limb.
branch.
And you are of your family what?
Tree.
Right. If a male plants the sister, what to have a baby?
Say it again.
In order to have a baby, the male must plant one into the sister.
Or a seed.
A seed,
A
right?
seed into the earth, more.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So the trees is very important. Jesus said, "You tell a tree by the fruit it bears."
Exactly.
So we had what was on my mind all for the last couple of days were brothers and sisters in the Moor Science Temple and the Nation of Islam, et cetera, et cetera. We had to learn how to tap into that pure energy and know how to get into our pure potentiality. That's the pure potentialities is the resources that we never made manifest.
Mm-hmm.
We had to get into our pure energy, undefiled energy. So it's just like electricity, just like you turning a light switch on before you even meeting somebody talking to you. You got that energy generated inside of self to help you move through all this confusion, through all this corruption. And a lot of times when we try to grow, other people get jealous
Mm-hmm.
and they poison you. They will poison you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is not no thing of color and nationality and stuff. You know, a lot of people hate to see people get ahead. You know what was on my mind this week?
What's that?
I think a lot for tapping the pure energy because with age comes wisdom. I remember when I was young and I was banked by a couple of people several times. I had a problem with that until the Moors came along and took care of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I went in the military and what I sort of like adjusted, and then I learned the rumble, right?
Yeah.
But these people were banking me were like wild dogs.
Yeah.
I said, wow. And most of them that bothered me, they did anyway now. We're messing with the righteous, right?
Mm-hmm.
And or shot needles and so forth and so on.
Yep.
Like that Bob said, cast not thy pearls before the swine, and give that not which is sacred unto dogs. And when I said that, I started thinking about them, right?
Yeah.
And it was like I seen some jinn coming around the corner smiling.
Yeah.
So we had to learn how them pure energies are in these organizations.
Okay.
Them pure energies. I mean the pure. I'm sorry. The dogs.
Okay. That's what
The dogs
okay.
are in these organizations.
So where do you? My question was, where do you find that pure energy? That's what I was thinking.
Let me finish,
Okay.
right? Because remember, I said people are social animals. Sociology, the study of groups, structures what they come look like. 4 characteristics of any group. Pack. What come in pack?
Wolves.
Let me see. Purpose, awareness, coming out, cohesion. What come in packs?
Wolves.
The university, I went to Cheney University. They call it Cheney University Wolves.
Mm-hmm.
So name 5 names what were given to the descendant of Adam and Eve, if you can remember.
Lucifer, Satan, devil, dragon,
Right.
beast.
So that's a reality.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I say I'm from I demonstrate my peer perceptual reality. I'm a Christian. I'm a Muslim. You could be a dog if your actions ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
I have a vision that one day that a lot of Moors is gonna know what it means by the nearest place you can meet Allah is in your heart,
Mm-hmm.
and start being a part of gangs, and then up and get that righteous walk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That righteous talk. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What's it? Walk in the Spirit, talk in the Spirit. Whatever you do the Spirit, the Holy Spirit, huh? Because an angel is Lord of Allah manifested in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
A prophet, an angel is Lord of Allah manifested in human flesh. A prophet is Lord of Allah manifested in the flesh. So our potentialities is that untapped sources of potentialities we have not brought to the plane of things made manifest. And we need them today because we live in, as Noble Drew Ali teaches in the last part of Circle 7, the fulfillment of prophecy. It's time for soldiers to get up and march. A lot of soldiers are half-stepping. They half-stepping because a lot of people looking for politicians and colonizers as leaders. And when they should be looking at Moors and Muslims, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Prophet Noble Drew Ali is a prophet of Allah. Honorable Elijah Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Shaitan caused division.
Yeah.
So we got to find out the things that we have in common and iron out our differences. Because through slavery, you know, the doctrine of discovery brought a whole lot of it on. You don't think so?
I know so.
Yeah, it brought, and so the Pope did apologize. So the slave masters was helping. They didn't apologize. They was helping with the Crusades.
Mm-hmm.
They the ones that indoctrinate us with their form of Christianity.
Mm-hmm.
And they're part of the Crusades too. And the Crusades is still going on. When I was young, older people say, if you don't knock it off, I'm going to nail you. So people still today, they practice nailing each other to the cross.
Wow.
So it goes deeper than just that they nail Jesus to the cross. You got people that will try to nail me and you to the cross.
Of course.
So ask yourself, think about it, right? We got several different families, because I don't divide them. We're from one vine and fig tree. You know, I can go anywhere. I can go to church and be happy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can go to mosque and be happy. Because people always demonstrate that superior perception reality. They try to show you a form of godliness.
Yeah.
So we have to learn how to let Allah come to life in us. Being though the nearest place we can meet Allah is in the heart, we got to learn how to tap into that pure energy, that undefiled energy.
Okay.
And we have to dismiss Shaitan, because he's there. We say, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, I shall not be moved. Huh? You got to dismiss him.
I like that mantra. That song I'm probably gonna try to keep. I'm gonna remember that song. It has a good melody and it's obviously a good message.
That one there?
Yeah.
Because our people got to learn how to stir up the spirit, stir up our ancestors. Because a lot of us got that superior perception reality, and they look at you because they show them a little light that they gonna spit on you. That you don't matter, or the poor don't matter.
Yeah.
So this message is not only for people of a particular nationality or color because that word nigger or the ghetto was created for so-called niggers, right? And also trailer parks was created for hillbillies. So so it's something in it for all when we tap into pure energy, because you don't look at people for the shade of their skin, but you look at them for what's in the heart. Allah's in my heart. What's in your heart, Mo?
Allah, more.
Yeah. So Allah's my heart moving because he gave me life. And I'm not going to let nobody come up and try to choke me like I'm a punk enough, because I got some great in my heart. All I got to do is call him up. And so you can't be afraid. If Allah's in your heart, you can't be afraid to let the spirit, your higher self, speak. Because wisdom speaks from the higher plane of spirit, light speak for you. Because we're in the fulfillment of prophecy, and it's time for men, our people, to utilize the First Amendment, the freedom of speech. You ain't working hard enough. They took your manhood. You focus on the wrong thing. Because when men get up and do what they supposed to do, brothers, the sisters will see Allah in you. They don't see Allah in you now. A lot of people faking the funk. How am I gonna see Allah in you and you doing harm to your brother, any fashion or form? What does it say in chapter 10? How dare you harm a living thing? When you harm a living thing, you cause the sword of life to tremble and shake the throne of Allah in his sheath. And if you think you're going to get away, you can't get away, because the law of karma is real. Practice hurting people? No go. Give that not which is sacred unto dogs, or they will trample on it. Peace.
Peace, more peace. You have me fired up. So when you bring up pure energy, my thought was, okay, what is pure energy? And I think you clarified it, which is Allah.
Let's talk. It's a discussion.
Yeah. So now I'm just saying, like, how do we tap into pure energy? Like, what's give me some practices?
See, let's talk now. I thank Allah for Noble Draw Lee, because he said more science, Temple of America. It's a science. It's a science. A lot of people be trying to teach religion, and religion is not an ancient word. So let's tap into some energy, all right? You tap into energy, that's basically physics. Let me see. E equals I over R, right? Direct current, alternating current, steel, copper is conductor of electricity. Rubber is an insulator of electricity. Light switch on and off. Ground wire hot wire red, ground wire black. Is that energy, Bone?
Yeah, from what I remember in science class.
Yeah, speed of light is 186,231 miles per second.
Okay.
So Allah bless us to go to school and get educated, and then when a lot of us get educated and stuff, we bow our head. We make it look like we're below the Sun Dodgers. They didn't do that. We do that. You can't keep getting mad at them for that, because my prophet says in chapter 1, wisdom from at the highest plane of spirit light. I love traveling the cosmos.
Yeah.
They might say, oh, he's way out. I don't care what they say. That's always saved me. This is the day of our salvation.
Islam.
And when people tell you to take something in the temple of Allah that is bad for you, get away from them or check them. Like Prophet Noble Ali said, don't believe when I say check me out. And you check everybody out and your environment. Just like when you was a sperm cell and was being fertilized in your mother's ovary, you had to graduate to get here. You had to check all the other cells around, sperm cells in the ovary, right? So you can pass the test and go down the ovaries to be fertilized and come from darkness into the marvelous light. What's that? In the beginning, God created heaven and earth without form, void, and darkness upon the face. The deep spirit of God moved on the face where the God said, let there be light. Now, light. That was us when we was going down, ovaries being fertilized. Then when the doc was down, stuff, we seen that light. It's marvelous light. The marvelous light, it don't stop. We still traveling light, but you still got to watch them cells around you, because a lot of cells don't mean you well.
Islam.
We look at that great light that Noble Drew Ali bought. Honorable Elijah Muhammad bought, because it's one family. You know, a lot of times people and families got their disagreements.
Yeah.
And then we going back around talking about what the Sun Dodgers doing, but we ain't separating from the Sun Dodgers, because the Sun Dodgers use us to build their economy. All we need is love, truth, peace, freedom, justice, or freedom, justice, and equality. We're not free. Where I'm at now, I feel like something pulling me up out of the light. Pulling me out of the light.
Yeah.
I didn't come into this movement for that. I didn't come to this movement to worship man. I came into this movement because it's a great light to heal humanity. And I'm glad to be a disciple of Noble Drew Ali. I'm glad to be a disciple of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I ain't got no bad news for none of the brothers and sisters. My only news to them is to stay focused.
Yeah.
Because when you stay focused, Allah gonna bless you with all that light, that pure energy. And that's what your oppressor's scared of, is clear energy, a pure energy. Why is it 2026 and we still colonized? And ain't nobody got, all these people that say they know ain't got no solution to decolonize us. Because you're scared to talk to the colonizer too. That means Allah's not in your heart.
Peace, Moor. Yeah, I mean, as you said before, I don't know if it was last week, but the First Amendment. I mean, we gotta use it more. I mean, we gotta use it and speak.
You gotta use the First Amendment.
Yeah.
Look at all of us in America. Look how many here in America. We 2 weeks. We ain't speaking. And excuse me, brother. Every time I turn around, because I'll be looking at Facebook and TikTok, and I keep looking at all these people missing. And I share it with other persons that I'll be trying. I said, I can't avoid. I got to share this. Just like us, we have to share our love. We got this is the Supreme Grand Resurrection. We got to get up. We got to get up, and we got to exercise our First Amendment. And when the wisdom speaks from out the highest plane of spirit, life means your divine germs impregnated in the vessel. You don't know fear. What did you say, fear, Mo?
False expectations appearing real.
Right. So you don't know fear because you're not going to and fro. And where Allah got me at now and stuff, I'm going to let nobody contaminate me. I don't care what organization they're from. I love the light. I don't like the darkness. You know, everybody got jinns.
Yes, sir.
People try to play like they ain't got no gems. They be hiding with them gems and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And here in Wilmington, I learned how to rumble. I know how to act on my territory. I don't go around disrespect nobody on that territory. I don't want nobody to come disrespect me on my territory.
Yeah, exactly.
That even goes for different people from different towns coming. I wouldn't go in your town and disrespect you. When nobody come to my town, disrespect me. Care what your title position is.
Islam. Have you seen the Odyssey, or you heard of the new movie, The Odyssey?
Vaguely.
You heard the book, right?
I heard vaguely. I heard vaguely what you're saying.
Yeah, it's about the Trojan horse. Like, we're kind of like what happens afterwards.
That's what happened to us, Mo. Excuse me.
I know. That's what I'm thinking about.
That's what happened to us. I'm walking.
Yep.
I'm walking all this week, right? And I see different spirits coming up out of like we're in the temple.
Yeah.
Noble Drew Ali, Elijah Muhammad got us in the temple. And when you walk through the temple, all types of ghosts come out. All types of spirits hit us. And then you got people that say they don't represent for nothing. I'm not following any old body. If I don't see Allah or nobody, I'm not following you. Because the garden's too beautiful. It said, then that shake, it says, let not the evil one cause you to slip as he caused your parents to slip in the garden. Let not him take off your garments of righteousness. For he swore to you that he was your sincere advisor, but to you he is an avowed enemy. For him and his tribe sit in a position where you cannot see him. Then say, then did Shaitan cause them to slip from the state of mind that they were in, the state of eternal felicity. We get back to that mind and stuff. All this stuff is clearing up. We'll be back in the garden. You brothers and sisters got to take our people back in the garden. Because when you speak, exercise your freedom of speech, according to the First Amendment, it's powerful. They don't want to see you exercise your freedom of speech. Start breathing the holy breath instead of Shaitan's breath.
Islam, more Islam. That's what made me think about the movie. I haven't seen it. It's like too long, and there's too many Sun Dodgers. I'm not really. Well, maybe I'll watch it at some point. But I know other story, and I think about just parables and how it's obviously very relatable to what's happening. With our people. Like,
I gotta get real deep. Touch on some people. Touch on some people. I got real deep because I was thinking about that today. Right. Another way that got us when they came over here, we had games and stuff. They studied us. They took the games and used it against them now. Every time you turn around, it's football. Hey, guys, watch the game. Just get your mind distracted.
That's right.
Off our movement, our cause. Because the Holy Quran says, this life is like mere amusement in comparison to the hereafter. Some more say heaven's state of mind. Yeah, it is a state of mind. If you don't get your mind right and stuff, you ain't going to be able to walk right in the hereafter. Somebody trying to steal your birthright. You know the afterlife is real. You ever heard of the afterlife?
Of course.
Yeah, that afterlife is real. So we got to save humanity. I thank Allah for Noble Drew Ali. I thank Allah for Marcus Garvey. I thank Allah for the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Master Muhammad and stuff. We got to fulfill their works. I ain't got time to sit back with people and people say, oh, Master Farah Muhammad said he's God. And people argue about that, and then they say, the black man God, the black man God. And then Noble Drew Ali said, to redeem man from a sinful and fallen state, he said the Holy Quran, the Moor Science Temple America, divinely prepared by the Noble Drew Ali to redeem man from a sinful and fallen state of humanity back to his highest plane of spirit, like one with Allah. So I ain't got no problem with nobody calling Master Farah Muhammad God.
Islam.
I ain't got no problem with nobody calling you God.
Islam.
Because we are gods. We are the nation of gods on earth. I don't got time for argue with first graders and second graders, right? Causing chaos, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Allah has brought me into the hereafter. That's a new way of life. I ain't Negro, Black, and Celtic no more. When I was Negro, Black, and Celtic, they had me on the cross. And I'm not going to let no coons, Negroes, Black, Celtic people do that to me no more. Don't you know, Mo, when I was coming up, see, they always try to blame stuff on the Sun Dodgers. When I came up, I suffered all types of abuse from people that look like us.
Islam.
And we suffered them abuse from politicians today. I suffered that abuse because that's when I was growing. That people don't do that stuff now because they would have to get some, get some hamstrung. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or some heat, some hellfire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But people, they always want to say something to try to, depress you or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I told the brother today? I said, tell them look at your resume.
Okay.
Because when they talk to me and look at my resume, a lot of people can't match that. Because my resume tell who I am or what I did, even though I'm not completed self-actualization. You never complete self-actualization until you die, but I don't need to go around a bunch of Negroes for the same thing like they judge you, your job judge you once, right?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But the Negro, Black, and Celtic, they always judge you. Because a lot of them came comfortable with their way of living.
Exactly.
A lot of them don't want the garden.
Yeah.
deep within themselves, they know the garden's there, the elders, and now they get connected to the garden before they pass form. A lot of Muslims and Moors, they get connected to the core to get into the garden.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of y'all headed towards the hellfire. Peace.
Peace, Islam. It's unfortunate that our people are just so easily, led in the wrong direction. Because it's kind of just born into it, right? It's kind of just born into a programming.
The leadership ain't exercising freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech is a gift. Holy Quran said, I have given you the gifts of speech, sight, and hearing. So when our people speak, because most of our people speak, what they sound like to you?
Most of them seem like they're comfortable in captivity almost. It's kind
of no spirit.
And what I think about, just to have a little bit of grace for our people, is like I think about government programs that were literally designed to stop the rise of a black messiah, in their own words, killing people like Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Medgar Evers. The list goes on in terms of our leaders that were killed.
Step on Shariff here in America, and I'm talking about my people, right? And elevate our position, right? Islam is something great. It came to America through Noble Drew Ali, and then Elijah Muhammad and Sheikh Dawood. I mean, it was somebody back in the 1800s, so I forget his name, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was doing good, and then when people, I'm talking about Elijah Muhammad, Noble Drew Ali, they taught us how to get in touch with our family.
Mm-hmm.
And now, I'm reading about all this stuff happening over in Libya, all these Muslims enslaving Muslims and so forth. So I said, I thank Allah for Cheney University and my degree in experimental psychology, because I'm always doing a group study. I'm always doing a case study. I'm always doing a cross-cultural study.
Yeah.
Because, like my uncle said, but my grandpa, he said, you can't pull no wool over your grandpa's arm. And ain't nobody gonna pull no wool over mine like that. I've been around for a long time. And so these Johnny come lately Muslims and Moors don't know me like that.
Mm-hmm.
I respect all men, because I'm a God man like they're God man. But I ain't let you pull the wool over my eyes.
Yeah.
Because the garden's too beautiful. I don't want to give up the garden for nobody. Do you want to give the garden up, Mo?
Of course not, more. That's heaven.
That's right.
that's life. I mean, that's
when you go in the garden, Allah give you your state of mind back what they taught, and it'll teach you how to talk to them. Man, the 40 hadiths is real powerful, right? I don't study all hadiths, but I keep the 40 hadiths. I think we should go over that one time up there, inshallah. We should study that, because I keep them to my heart. And because we had to, it doesn't matter because we give honor to Jesus, Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad. It don't matter what gate you came in, and the four cuts in the circle. It's all designed to bring you into enlightenment.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta watch people's propaganda, because while you're growing, so people just get jealous, man. I had Moors look at me. I could feel the demons come at me. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
Because I'm into this, and I love Allah. I believe Allah, His messenger, His books, and hereafter the divine destiny between good and evil. I love reciting that Quran.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I recite that Quran, I live it, so forth and so on, I don't really need nobody else's. That degree's there.
Yeah.
Because that's opened the doors for me. I'm not going to beg for nobody's friendship. I don't need that. I'm happy home.
Yeah.
I'm happy home. I'm sharp. Allah bless me. A lot of people think you got to pay to be their friends. I'm not doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I feel great today.
Islam, more.
All these battles I've been through, Allah's constantly showing me how He delivered me and stuff like. People, I'm getting ready to become an American Legion too. A number of that organization, because my grandpa, he was American Legion in World War One.
They're veterans, right? All veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, who's going to help them brothers when they come back from overseas? But part of this conflict that's going on, being planned by wicked people, right?
Yeah.
Who's going to be there for them brothers? What does the Nation of Islam have? What does the Moor Science Temple have for them brothers? Them brothers going to need therapy. You know what I mean?
For real.
It's a special type therapy. So as a Vietnam era veteran, that's what came to me. I looked one day about all the sisters, young sisters, right, had died in Iraq. They were babies, Mo. So damn, that sister could have been my wife. It was beauty, right?
Yep.
So we get set up for traps. We get set up for traps because we don't exercise our freedom of speech. We now jump on ourselves, but we don't now approach the real issue. You fear approaching the real issue. The real issue was decolonize. We don't start decolonizing stuff. I mean, you cowards. A coward dies. Confucius said, "Coward dies 1,000 deaths."
Islam more. Just something I came to my mind when you talk about therapy for soldiers coming back from war. It's like we have, so-called soldiers, and even not even soldiers, just people, just civilians in our communities that deal with real serious stress. Because the same way there's somebody overseas seeing somebody get killed, we have people watching people get killed right here in Wilmington, and it's like
people promote that stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely promoted in terms of the music and
even
the video games or whatever.
Even in these organizations, right?
Okay.
People promote that stuff.
Like gang violence and
man, I was reading the other day when Juneteenth, they had that celebration in Chicago. Some Negroes came in and shot it up. That's why I say train always be sharp.
Yeah.
You know what the Boy Scout model is?
I was in it, but I forgot.
Be prepared.
Okay.
Boy Scout, I was a Cub Scout.
Yeah. I don't know if I was a Boy Scout, but I was a Cub Scout. I don't think I made it to
Ain't
Boy
a
Scouts.
cub an animal?
Of course, yeah.
Then remember some people say
the Eagle Scouts.
Right. So a lot of So when you go in these different circles, and you don't have the light, that pure energy that I was talking about, you don't know what type of den you up in.
That's right.
Especially if you don't know these people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what organization they're from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
The Fox got a den, don't it?
Yeah.
Guess where I was firing my M16 from?
Where?
The foxhole.
The foxhole. Islam. I mean that's a good. Just saying that's a great point though in terms of
he's a ranger, Mo.
Yeah. In terms of dens though, I mean like we have a really, in terms of a lot of our communities, we have like just not organized dens. Like it's a den. It's a place where a lot of Moors are congregated at, but is it really operating to in a positive and productive atmosphere?
Name 5 names we're giving these some ad leave.
Lucifer, Satan, Devil, Dragon, and Beast.
The dragon den is real.
Yeah.
Then Jesus said, "Oh ye generation of vipers."
Yeah.
You gotta watch people. You gotta watch men. Somebody was talking to me the other day and stuff. I said, "Whoa, no, he didn't." You know what I mean? Moor was talking to me the other day. I ain't gonna mention that. I said, "Whoa, no, it didn't." So, but it educated me, right? Because I ain't slow.
Yeah.
Because my first degree, the bachelor's, it's behavioral science, it's social science, and psychology. That's what I'm into.
Mm-hmm.
So the prophet says, "Suspect not evil of no one until thou seest it, and while seest it, forget it from not." And if you got Moors going around doing evil things to people and stuff, even watching, because the law of karma is real.
That's right.
I don't care who you are, because I'm talking about the pure energy. When you in touch with pure energy and stuff, when that evil come up and then stuff like that, thunder and lightning, pow, pow. You know what I mean? That's wisdom speaking like the highest plane spirit life. I love the Circle 7. I don't look at anybody else's program. Circle 7, everything, Mo, with me. Everything is Circle 7. 7 eyes of Allah, Elohim.
Islam. More.
Yep. I thank Allah for 79, but I don't have time for foolishness. I'm an owl. I don't have time for people playing games and stuff like that.
Of course. It's something I thought about earlier as well when you mentioned games and sports and how they kind of use it to kind of keep our people just caught up in other stuff than real stuff. But it reminds me of Gladiator. It reminds me of like the Coliseum. It reminds me of because it's us, because it's mainly us there dying, hurting ourselves a lot just to make peanuts compared to what they're making.
But you know what game I now play?
What's that?
Chess.
Mm-hmm.
So you ain't got to be nobody's pawn.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be nobody's pawn because Allah cares. The nearest place you meet Him is in the heart.
Mm-hmm.
So I put a lot into learning, and Allah helped me because I was crying about the conditions that I was in. All my friends were shooting up the needle, dying and stuff like that, and I'm in the midst of people. A lot of times I wake up in the morning and stuff. I'll be sleeping afternoon and stuff, and people be in a shooting gallery and stuff like that, and I didn't do stuff like that. So my mom raised me different. But I probably would drink something, but I prayed a lot, got me up out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people ain't never experienced what I experienced, so forth and so on. So they just can't tell me anything. I just don't fall for anything.
Yeah.
Because I know when I was tapping into that pure energy, what it'll do for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we need today, is to tap into that pure energy, for wisdom speaks from at the highest plane of spirit life. Spirit light. The energy is the light. Like I said, the speed of light is 186,231 miles per second. The light is a lot. It's 93rd attribute, Noor, the light. And the sun is 93 million miles away from Earth. And it comes in accord with that.
Mm. Wow. Okay. So pure energy. That tapping into pure energy.
Pure, tapping the pure energy and your pure potentiality. 7 spiritual laws of successes. Pure potentiality, the law of giving, pure potentiality, law of giving, law of karma, cause and effect, law of least effort, law of tension, desire, law of detachment, and true purpose in life. Dharma, true purpose in life. The 7 law of Dharma, true purpose in life. You want to look each one of them up more?
I just did it mentally. I just broke.
Yeah, just read what the dictionary says if you can.
So,
let's start with pure potentiality first.
Just in general, kind of what that means.
Yes.
Pure potentiality. What we're being told here is a concept from philosophy and spiritual teachings describing the source of all things, characterized by infinite creativity, pure consciousness, and unmanifested possibility.
You into the ethers, Homo?
Yeah.
That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, Khalil Gibran, the prophet said, "Give what the season of giving is yours and not your inheritors." But so we know what giving is.
Giving, yeah.
So because when you give from the heart and stuff, it returns to you, right? Now, least effort.
Just least effort?
Yes.
Interesting. Least effort, idea that humans, animals, and systems naturally choose the path of least resistance to save energy and time.
Right. now the intentions and desires.
Intentions and desires.
Mm-hmm.
A mental status where desire is a longing for an outcome, while intention is a committed plan to act.
Right.
Longing for an outcome and committed to act.
Right.
Mm.
Now detachment.
That's what rang my ears. Detachment. I think that's a big thing for our people to hear about. Detachment, the practice of freeing your mind from strong desires, emotional pain, and worry about things you cannot control.
Right.
It is Moor.
That's powerful, ain't it?
It is.
You got to do that.
No, for real. I mean, I think social media is a big cause of it. It's like you see other people with stuff, and then now everybody seems to be like, they feel like they're not grateful for what they have. They want what the next guy has.
Sometimes, even with social media, you got to let that go.
Oh, of course, that's my point.
Where were we at yesterday?
We was in the park by the river.
Pure energy.
Pure energy. Pure energy.
But when
trees
you come,
and water.
when you come back to
sun.
when you come back to social media,
That's yes, yes. It's easy to. It's one thing before when you're in a neighborhood and you literally had to look to your neighbor and then be like, "Oh, I want my neighbor's car." But it's another thing when you can go on your phone and you can see millions of people and what millions of people have, and now everybody's like, "I want that." And that's why all these women are getting literally physical. I mean, men too. Physical, like surgery to change how they look, to change how they were born.
Because
be somebody else.
Because leadership has failed some people.
Of course.
They say the one thing I don't like about the Democratic Party, they take and mutilize little boys' private parts and turn them into girls, and vice versa, right?
Yep.
And try to make it look real.
Normal.
But I got a problem with that because my mom didn't raise me like that. I don't see nothing holy about that. So then you had during the Bush administration, the faith-based initiative, where they was giving the church all the monies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So how, I'm not saying all the churches did it, but a lot of them did it. And that messed a lot of us up, like integration messed a lot of us up with the King Project, right? Because he said, I'm afraid I've integrated y'all into a burning house.
Is that?
So we had to, the ministers had to get their act in order. The ones who became a part of that faith-based initiative, you was wrong in the sight of God, Allah, because the Bible said, render unto Caesars what is Caesars, and you join Caesars, and you keep calling around playing like you're leading somebody somewhere, but you're leading people into the hellfire. Now, being though the popes apologized about the doctrine of discovery, and big part of the doctrine of discovery was part of our enslavement, and the slave masters with all these Protestant religions, so forth and so on. You people out there in the master need to start thinking some things over, because you got a lot of preachers out there with jets and all types of so forth and so on. People starve.
It's crazy.
They starve. They die. You got Skid Row. Your politicians don't care about Skid Row. And then, the Republicans call themselves a conservative Christian party. So so-called black folks out there, look what you joined. Look. They say they're Christian. You say you're Christian. Who's the real Christian? And even when up to the Muslims enslaving people, that ain't cool either. You know how people rolled over on the indigenous people. They scared of indigenous people. How old is the word religion? Google that, Mo.
How old is the word religion? They're telling me 2,100 years old. So basically, the birth of Christ, supposedly, right?
Right. So that it ain't ancient.
No,
right?
Not at all.
So what does detachment means?
Detachment was freeing your mind from strong desires,
right?
Emotional pain, things you can't control.
Now read Dharma, Dharma.
That's cosmic law, right way of living, personal duty.
Right, that's your true purpose in life. Now we
cosmic law.
I'm a soldier for Allah.
Islam.
Yep, I'm a soldier for Allah. So I study, and when you study, you ain't got to worry about other brothers or sisters coming up trying to pull you into the muck because they ain't conquered their flesh. A lot of people got a problem with that. That flesh, it ain't easy conquering the flesh because a lot of people got a problem with it. But so check how the Bakra said, the Bakra says, in the heart of the unbelievers, we have set the disease of hypocrisy. and we will increase that disease. But for those who reject faith, their penalty is the fire, whose fuel is men and stone. And you know what Honorable Elijah Muhammad said in the Message of the Black Man?
I got to read that book.
He said fiery serpents are angry white folk. So here the Quran say whose fuel is men and stone. He said the fiery serpents come at you as angry white folks, and they stay angry with us. They don't get angry with you when you're on the path. When you're off the path, that's when you become their prey. When you ain't in the pure energy and stuff, when you're in the pure energy, they can't mess with you. When you're in the pure energy, you one with Allah. But when you start letting others, because you got to be an electrician, you got to learn how to connect the wires, and all that stuff, cross them and all that stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So, but when you step up out of that light, that pure energy and stuff like that, that's when them jinns come. And them jinns are from all walks of life. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't you let nobody fool you because they say they're part of this church or part of this temple or a mosque, whatever. They know the jinns are there. So 5 names given some Adley, Lucifer, Satan, devil, dragon, beast. Watch the dragons then. When John was sitting and John was sitting in silence in 7 days in the Quran, it said, your holy place has become a den of thieves.
Wow.
So I'm happy because I don't need to keep going here and going there and going to Allah. Bless me, man. I'm happy every day. I like to serve Allah. I try to do my best. Come from darkness into marvelous light and shed light into my community and the people around me. Because I'm not trying to be in that low frequency. People's frequency is so low. They low, man.
Islam Moor. So we're coming on an hour mark. I feel like there's one question I keep asking, but I'm not getting an answer for. Okay, so real quick before we sign off, give me closing remarks, but also I want to know, so anybody watching this, how can they tap into pure energy? Like what like literally can they do? What can we do?
Well, you tap into pure energy, like just like a tree planted by the waters, I shall not be moved. Now, when I was studying about the brandy wine, I asked Google how old it is, right?
Yep.
It said they started forming around the Ice Age, right? But it's billions of years old. That's where the pure energy is when you're around nature.
Islam.
And when we was around the trees and the water flow and stuff, that's Taoism.
Harmony and balance of nature.
That's how you tap into pure energy.
Islam.
And when things are wrong in your life, you got to hit the right note. Because you don't always have to play the piano to hit the right note.
Islam.
Think positive. Think positive, so that's tapping into pure energy.
More when you study like psychology and stuff, and you talk about depression, the first suggestion when you're dealing with somebody with diagnosed depression is go outside. Like that's the cure. That's the main thing you try first. Go outside. People be depressed because they'll be inside. You have to
understand, bro. That's part of the war.
Yeah.
What you're saying is with different people in different temples and churches are supposed to be teaching.
Yeah.
But a lot of people ain't teaching. A lot of people are joining them. I'm just checking, like share with you. Trump is helping a lot of people. He's their therapist.
He really is.
And they needed what he was saying.
They did.
But what do you and I need? What do our children need? The ones who've been afflicted with 400 years of slavery. What do they need? Have the leaders come comfortable with their lifestyle? They don't know how to kick the right thing. I love the Supreme Grand Sheikh. Because he gets me like,
Islam.
he fills me up. See, I can talk to him. You know what I mean? And we can sit down and have a discussion for it and so on. I can't talk to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going to school. I got 20 years of schooling in.
You got more than that, I think.
I'm,
You mean like you're talking like posts?
I'm talking about their school, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But because that's all I like to do. I love going to school, right? So I can't talk to anybody because we ain't all in the same classroom.
That's right.
But I believe in uplifting the fallen humanity. I believe in humanity, that all my brothers and sisters out there in America can be transformed into swift angels. Because they said angels of thought of law manifested in human flesh. And the Bible says, be ye not conformed to the things of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. I like that verse. I really love that verse because I seen a beautiful sister the other day, and I was quoting that scripture right. I said, the Bible said, because she was pretty. I said, the Bible says, be ye not conformed to the things of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewal of your mind. I said, when I'm transformed, I turn into a puma.
Oh, Moor. That was a good one. I might. Can I use that one more?
Yes, sir.
I mean,
yes, sir.
okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So
You gotta change your puma.
I could turn to one.
Okay, get it.
Yeah, I could turn to one more. So all right, final remarks. We're on the hour mark. So one last thing for the people.
Well, I thank Allah for everybody out there and the sound of my voice, that Allah has blessed us with another day to come to this struggle. And I pray that He breathe on all of us wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and broaden our horizon to be better people and protect us from the unbelieving people. Peace.
Peace. Please come check us out here in the four walls of the temple, Federation Moor Science Temple number 4 here in Wilmington, Delaware. We're inside the Moor Culture Center, 715 North King Street, moorculturecenter.com. Teas, donations, help us out. We're here. Got the literature, got some clothes as well, t-shirts, righteous, conscious stuff. It is Lamb. Until next time, we're signing off. Peace.